Well, here we are again. Man, um, halfway through the year. Likes, subscribe, and share. Once again, it's time to unlearn what you have learned. But today, mm, I wasn't going to make this video at first, but well, this guy out. Apparently, from the reports, got caught in a riptide, pretty much drowned to death. Craziness. Craziness. Now, I haven't been following this dude or, whatever. Obviously, I grew up with the Cosby Show, all that good stuff. So I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. Now, I let it slide. And I was like, man, that's so unfortunate, because a lot of those, uh, one, I guess the other guy too, I can't remember his name, but, he had issues and everything else. I think some of the girls too, but uh, neither here or there. I'm not going to dive into that. I'm just like, okay, first this dude, and then Ozzy Mickey Ficky Osbourne. What? What? I did not see this coming. Not at all. I was just thinking about this dude the other day because I remember back in 2003, I went to Ozfest. And I tell you, I've never been to any other Ozfest, but I've heard about the other ones. This definitely had to be the best Ozfest, in my opinion, from what I have seen. As far as the lineup, I'd have to kind of dive through that. But I mean, this 2003 was here in Arizona. Ozzy Osbourne, Marilyn Manson, Korn, Disturbed, Kill Switch, all these different. I mean, bro, it was craziness. Now, of course, all these other bands they were little stage. I'm surprised they gave Chevelle, which is kind of funny. I'm sorry, Chevelle, but y'all got roasted. They got booed. They got booed, and I know we're talking about some sensitive stuff right now, and it's two obviously entertainers, celebrities that passed away, like one after the other. So now there's two. That means there's going to be one more. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? We'll see what happens or whenever it happens. But we got two in a short succession. Wow, wasn't expecting it to come so soon. I was like, okay, Michael Jamal Warner. Oh man, that's wow. And the riptides are dangerous. No, it doesn't matter what kind of how good a swimmer you are, bro. It's tough, and some of the best swimmers will have a hard time, trying to get out of that. If you get caught in a good one, you could probably say your goodbyes right then and there. So, but once again, that was the only time I ever seen him in concert. And really, I can tell you right now, the show that night was taken over by Korn. When Korn got on the stage, everybody absolutely lost their minds. Three mosh pits lit up on fire. It had three in the grass area in the back. This is I think they used to call it the Desert Pavilion at the time. I don't know what they call it now. But yeah, that's where it was. Let me see if it says where it was. Num, 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 num. Oh, well, either way, I went to this concert. It was crazy. Korn actually, they just they killed it. They killed it. Right when the sun went down, it was all about Korn. Chevelle, they got booed. Um, there was mosh pits for the little stages, and they were passing out shampoos and stuff like that. That stuff was all over the ground. People were slipping and sliding, and you had to be there. I still have pictures of it too. Um, People were walking around pretty much butt naked, half naked, all kinds of stuff, because they actually had an artist that was painting on, people and whatever else, mostly the females. And of course, the females were getting painted up and pretty much walking around in a nude. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of them there, and then most of them didn't have no tops and was just painted on. So yeah, there's that. But I have to share that with you because those are the things that I experienced, and that's what I saw. So, um, yeah, the Ozfest 2003. Oh my, yeah, it was just really good. I had a good time. I enjoyed myself. I had a blast. Um, Disturbed actually had a situation because there were some guys that were there and they had swastikas and all that stuff, and they were up in the front. And as soon as the front man from Disturbed saw it, he's like, "Nah, man, sit your butt down. We don't be doing that here." So he got him right off the bat. See, it's hate, man. Hate don't get you nowhere. And me being there and seeing that was refreshing from the front man. I can't remember his name. But at that time, I was really into heavy metal rock. Marilyn Manson killed it. I am gonna lie. That Marilyn Manson, he did his thing. Now, I don't support, what people believe in certain situations when it comes to the darkness, but I do understand the darkness, and I was there at one point. So, I don't embrace the dark side like I used to, but now I learned from the dark side. So, you know, it is what it is, and I just keep it moving forward and give all the get all the credit to Christ. So it's unfortunate I had to do a little reminiscing on that because Ozfest, Ozzy Osbourne had to do it. You know, one of the greats in heavy metal music, plain and simple. You can't deny it. You can't say, oh no, he was trash, or no, it just, bro, if that's the case, he wouldn't have been as famous as he was. So I got to give him his credit. I'm not a huge fan of Ozzy Osbourne, but you know, still got to give the man his due. So unfortunate that these two gentlemen, went out. And I was in Costa Rica too. I didn't even know that. All right, ain't even saying where he died at. I'm still trying to figure out what the situation is with him and how he died. Uh, I just wanted to make something quick. I didn't want to spend too much time on it, but I had to at least recognize these, two gentlemen. And I'm like, dude just died yesterday, and then now Ozzy Osbourne. Let me know what you guys think. You guys got any experiences, concerts you went to, he was at? You know, I had to share my Ozfest situation because, man, absolutely fantastic. Marilyn Manson put on the show. Um, Chevelle got booed. I'm gonna keep saying it because it was so funny, bro. They got booed. As soon as they started whining it was like, no, get out of here. I was like, damn, that sucks. But anyways, man, tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, and share, and keep it moving. 1,000 subscribers. I'm out. Peace.